Hey, what's going on? I'm EJ Fields, and I'm the hot dog man of Fredericksburg, and these are my people. No, I was gonna cook mine till like it got a burnt color on it.
Yeah, like a little bit of color.
Yeah.
You like ketchup, mustard, relish?
I like all three.
All right, let's do it.
The beginning.
All right, so after a long afternoon of wonderful performance and interactions out there between the mall and Central Park, I'm here with EJ, and we're gonna talk a little bit more about the history of Hot Dog Man and the future of Hot Dog Man. So I just want to thank you for giving us this opportunity to learn about this amazing character you've invented and given to our city.
Yeah.
So, well, first and foremost, who are you?
Okay, so first of all, I would love to say thank you guys so much for doing this. It's awesome. It's great to be here. I'm EJ Fields, Ezekiel Fields. I'm from Fredericksburg, Virginia, raised. I was born in South Carolina. My dad was a Marine. He retired here at Quantico,
Mine too.
Virginia. And here's where I was raised. So I was born in South Carolina, raised in Fredericksburg, country boy to the fullest. And yeah, I love it here.
I had the pleasure of attending the same high school as EJ, so I remember him well, but I'll let him give a little background. We're what, like 5? Yeah, we're 5 years off of high school.
Yep.
So yeah, it's like pretty
A little
recent.
bit, yeah.
He was a year above me. So I didn't know him super well, but I always respected him. So tell us about your experience at Chancellor.
So my experience at Chancellor High School, I had a lot of people say high school, they didn't have a good time. High school wasn't a great time. I loved high school. And the reason why, because, I made the most out of every opportunity that I had. Everything that was given to me, I took the most out of it. I was a varsity football player that was in the band. I loved the drama club. I loved wrestling. On top of that, I was on the wrestle team. I enjoyed high school so much. I loved the people. I loved the interactions that
You
we
look
had.
like you were having a good time.
Yes, I enjoyed myself. It was a really good time.
So what have you been up to since?
So what I've been up to since is I've gone to school, went to college and everything. I got a career now at Amazon, and just trying to become a responsible adult.
That's a big task.
Yes, adulting. Yes, it is. Just become a great human being to society. So one day I was this was during COVID, and I was working at Chili's, just going day by day trying to make money where I could, because we couldn't have people sit in the restaurants.
Mm-hmm.
And so we were only doing takeout, and I just felt such this dark cloud hanging over the whole world during that time. It was such a dark and sad time. Everyone just felt miserable, and even if they didn't tell me, I could feel it, and I was like, even if it's my town, or even if it's just a few people in my town, I'm gonna do something. So this took a whole week, and I would go into work, go out, and a story, people around Fredericksburg, if you've been here for a while, I guarantee you they will know a guy that worked for Domino's that used to dance with a sign on Route 3. And everyone knew that dude because you could tell he loved his job.
Tell he was happy.
He was happy all the time. And I was like, dude. So I ran across my hot dog costume from 2 Halloweens ago. And
what made you want to dress up as a hot dog for Halloween? I've had some weird Halloween costumes. I've dressed up as Arthur the Aardvark. So what drew you to a hot dog?
I was like, I can't be something stereotypical. I gotta be something weird. Some like pull up to the party and they're like, why? And I was like, a hot dog. That's nobody's gonna find a reason why I'm as a hot dog. It's random. It's out there. I love it. I'm gonna do it. So I got a hot dog costume, and 2 Halloweens later, I ran across it, and I said, what if I dance in a store? And I was like, no, that could cause problems. And then I was like, okay, what about at random places? And then I said, where will people see me? And then I said, an intersection where people drive. And boom, that was the light bulb. Dress up as a hot dog and dance at an intersection. And my first time going out, I had a few rough patches. A police officer did a welfare check on me, and then when I explained to him what I was doing, I never had another police officer ask about me. They drive by me all the time and wave, honk.
We had some earlier.
Yeah, and that's how he was created. After that, the first day when I seen how many people honked and laughed and smiled, I'm gonna be completely honest here. I don't think the first time I ever did Hot Dog Man, I don't think I ever felt a feeling like that in my entire life.
What was the feeling like?
The feeling was just, wow. And I just shared a piece of me with all these people, and they enjoyed it. Especially in a time of COVID and wondering what our future is. I at least in my mind, I helped them get through the day, even if it was just the day. And a feeling like that was just an amazing feeling. I was hooked from then on out. I was like, I'm gonna keep doing this.
Wow. So
Yes.
how have you stayed motivated, stayed driven to keep with this, to keep dancing, to keep getting out there?
I really do fully enjoy seeing people happy and people laugh and get to have something that they get to enjoy. So when I could do that, I was like, man, I gotta keep doing it. And then I couldn't stop. I was like, I gotta keep. It's almost like I felt like I had a responsibility at that point to give Fredericksburg Hot Dog Man.
They were expecting to see you.
They were expecting to see me, and that's how I felt. They were expecting, oh, if I get off of this exit, is he gonna be there? Like, and I was like, I got, and it wasn't like I forced myself either. It's like, this is what I'm doing. I'm gonna help your day just get a little bit better if I can. And that's what kept me motivated. That's what kept me going.
So, I witnessed myself earlier a very strong responses to the hot dog man from a lot of drivers here in Fredericksburg. But I've read about you in the newspaper. What all has happened? How has the community responded to Hot Dog Man, and what's been your experience interacting with the community as Hot Dog Man?
Right. Well, so a little bit, I think it was a couple weeks after my first time going out. I was going out consistency, like I said, since it was COVID. I didn't really work the hours that I usually did. So I had more free time to go out and do Hot Dog Man. So a couple weeks after I was there doing, I was out in front of the Spotsylvania Mall. I was down in South Point in front of the Chick-fil-A in South Point. I was down at the intersection near Riverbend High School. I was everywhere. And then finally, a lady recorded me in front of the Spotsylvania Mall. And that video that she recorded me of, and a guy, a young man, and both their videos went completely viral. Facebook blew up on Facebook, it blew up on Twitter, Reddit, every social media that you could think of. Snapchat, it was on multiple people's Snapchat, Instagram. It started blowing up on social media, and I was like, whoa, holy crap. And then after the viral, USA Today wanted to reach out to have an interview and talk to Hot Dog Man. Oscar Mayer reached out eventually and brought down their Wienermobile to drive around with me and dance in random places in Fredericksburg. Freelance Star did an article about Hot Dog Man. And then the community deemed me, the young man that did the video, as he was videoing me, he was like, what can we do for you, Hot Dog Man? And when he said that, that name stuck with everyone. And that's what I deemed myself. I was like, all right, they deemed me the Hot Dog Man. So that's my name.
Wow.
And that's where it's going. I didn't expect it to go this far, but I think I'm happy that it has, for the reason, not because of the viral and the popularity and people knowing who I am. I think it's because my whole goal was to help people smile and make people laugh. And now with a platform like that on USA Today, on multiple platforms, I'm making thousands, hundreds of people laugh, Yeah. That's what gets me. Everything else is cool, but that's the cool part.
Wow. It seems like at every point in this story, in some way or another, the people of Fredericksburg are pulling Hot Dog Man out of you. Whether it be through you seeing their need for some brightness and some liveliness and some joviality in the COVID environment we were all dealing with, or you realize that they'd come to expect you and count on you, and maybe some people even rely on you for just that little extra kick, just a free smile, like a free bingo square.
Yeah.
That sounds like a lot of pressure. Sounds kind of heavy.
Yeah.
So I can imagine at points you maybe wanted to, I don't know, but have you ever wanted to quit being hot dog man or just not go out anymore? Or have you ever had a time where you didn't go out for a while?
I think that's funny that you asked that. There was a time. There was a time in my life where I got into a very dark place. I just wasn't happy, and I didn't know why. It was everything in life just seemed so dark, and I eventually had to go to a mental hospital to make sure I was okay. And I didn't do hot dog man leading up to that point. And then when I got out and realized that I was diagnosed with bipolar 1, I was diagnosed with bipolar 1 during my stay at the mental hospital. And when I came back, I told my mom she can throw away my hot dog costume. I didn't need it anymore. And before she did, I started thinking, and I asked myself, I was like, Mom, but every time I went out in a hot dog costume, to be honest with you, I think that's the happiest I've ever been. And she asked if it was a manic happiness, if I was just having a manic episode. And I was like, no, I don't think it is. I think I just honestly love it. I get to go out there and get to show people who I am, and while I'm doing that, I'm making people happy. So I was like, I don't think I can stop. And I put on the hot dog suit, and dancing that day probably did, besides the diagnosis, I think dancing that day probably did more than the mental hospital could have done to me. That showed me that everything is okay.
Wow.
So hot dog man has even affected me.
Wow. Wow. So, would you say at this point you are hot dog man?
Yes.
You are equally parts EJ and hot dog man.
Yes, that's hot dog man is my alter ego. Whenever I'm feeling funky and there's some music playing and I just feel great, that's when I think hot dog man comes out. And I don't really like to separate the two. I love that you asked that question. It used to be hot dog man and EJ, but I am hot dog man.
Nice. I'm very glad to hear that. Do you have any questions, Winston? Do you have anything else you'd like to share? I have one more question for you, but anything else you'd like to share with us would be amazing.
Mm-hmm. I think the biggest takeaway from hot dog man is to be yourself. Do what you love to do and do what makes you happy. Don't listen to what other people think. Don't listen to your own thoughts telling you that it's weird, that people might think it's weird, that it's not normal. No. If you love it and it makes you happy, jump for it head first, and I promise you'll land nice and soft.
Wow. So what do you see as the future soft landing for hot dog man? Like a gradual retirement as you make your way further into adulthood, some sort of big grand finale? Do you have anything planned? Or
I think for the future of hot dog man, I've been expanding out, going to different places. I've gone up to Potomac Mills area. Wow. I've been in the Stafford Marketplace, and I think that I'm just gonna keep going to different areas so different people get to see Hot Dog Man and get to experience that, and I get to maybe help a rough day or help a bad mood or something. It's as many people as I can help. It's making you happy is gonna brighten my day and make me so happy. So the future of Hot Dog Man, I think I could say it's unsaid. I think as long as I got young knees and ankles that I can do flips and dances, I think Hot Dog Man will live. But when I get to a point where my knees crack and my ankles hurt and I can't do those flips and all the dance moves anymore, I'll retire it.
Wow.
And
So the only thing standing in the way of Hot Dog Man is your biology.
it's my body. That's the only thing. And I can promise you this. If Hot Dog Man ever does go away, I will find another way to help the people around me be happy.
Wow.
That's a guarantee.
Well, we're gonna stoke these flames and enjoy some more hot dogs.
Yes.
I really hope you all got a lot out of what EJ had to share with us today. I've been wanting to post a video to this channel or to post a video of this sort to this channel for a very long time. And I've considered a lot of topics, a lot of issues, a lot of historical events, media titles, all sorts of things where to give me the platform to make my first remark, my first statement here on this channel, really, or at least appearing in front of the camera. And the bravery EJ showed in what he's been doing, the strength, the compassion towards others, and the selflessness I found personally hugely inspiring. And I felt it impress upon my heart to share with others and to help him get his message out there and to help the community have a richer understanding of who Hot Dog Man is and what he's about. So I just want to thank EJ once again for giving me this opportunity. And I'd like to thank you all for watching.
Yes. Thank you guys.